Like that red substance that helps sustain the human body, the national budget serves the same function in government, the so-called lifeblood of public service and good governance. Thus, it is imperative the president and his cabinet thoroughly go through the 2025 national budget to make sure every centavo is wisely and appropriately spent for the common good and the pursuit of economic prosperity. Alan Francisco has the full report.
In a briefing in Malacanang, the Department of Budget and Management or DBM detailed the allocation of national funds for the upcoming year amounting to 6.3 trillion pesos. Firstly, the government's continuous support in response to inflation or the rising prices of goods was highlighted. In fact, more than 253 billion pesos has been allocated as cash assistance to those in need. This includes programs like the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, Social Pension, the Walang Gutom, Food Stamp Program, among others.
Yung Pantawid Pamilya po natin, nadagdagan po to dahil sinama po natin yung unang 1,000 days. Yan, unang 1,000 na araw or unang 2 taon. Yun po.
Okay.
Kaya nag-increase siya.
There is also medical assistance from the Department of Health, the Tupad Program of DOLE, fuel subsidy from the Department of Transportation, and fuel assistance from the Agriculture Department. DOLE also received more than 980 million pesos for its Youth Employability Program.
First special program for employment of students, yung SPES po, with 828.9 million pesos. At yung tinatawag po nating Job Start Program, JSP, with 155.2 million pesos. Nagkaroon po ito ng substantial na increase of 84% from last year's budget.
Flood control projects which help reduce flooding not only in Metro Manila but throughout the country will not be halted.
Ngayon, yung 302 billion po mapupunta sa DPWH. And then meron din pong mapupunta sa na 2.173 billion sa Metro Manila Development Authority. Yun po. And then merong maliit from OPAPRO. But these are for 10 million lang. Maliit lang. Oo. 2.173 billion.
The Budget Department also stated that the budget for the Office of the Vice President increased by 8%, with the OVP receiving 2 billion pesos next year.
Ang total budget po niya for next year sa NEP po is 2.03 billion pesos. 2.037 billion pesos. 188.5 million is allocated for personal services. 1.79 billion for maintenance and other operating expenses, and 56 million for capital outlay.
Meanwhile, the government's budget for confidential and intelligence funds for 2025 went down by 16% compared to last year, according to the DBM. Furthermore, Budget Secretary Pangandaman announced the implementation of the first tranche of salary increases for government employees this year. An executive order detailing the fourth tranche salary increase is expected to be released shortly. Included in the proposed 2025 national budget is the provision of medical benefits for government workers, amounting to 7,000 pesos for each qualified employee. Alan Francisco from the National TV Network for a new and better Philippines.